Greetings, this is Vlodril, and welcome back to Let's Play Witcher 3 Blood and Wine. Alrighty, let's go back and speak to Rigish. And get some mushrooms, I guess. I don't actually remember where he was. Oh, good enough.
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from the hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Pretty helpful creatures. Call on them often?
I try not to overdo it. But they can be so useful, as they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive in time should things go sour.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief,
Wow.
madness, rabidity. And that stands to be very, very dangerous.
That doesn't sound good
Why?
at all.
I mean, you'll still be you, right?
True, but I should be highly agitated, in a state of fury. You know better than I that fury cannot be controlled. If you've ever seen an enraged vampire, you know very well that all who find themselves nearby will be in grave danger.
How will we handle that? I'd rather not have you lunge at me, claws extended.
That makes two of us. But worry not. I've thought it through very thoroughly. Details to follow soon.
All right, so what do you want to do?
We shall visit Teshamudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
Sure.
Teshamudna. What's it like?
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Teshamudna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
Let's do it.
See no reason to dawdle. Teshamudna. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
Yes. There's a huge pause.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sancurium. A solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. One drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me.
Wow.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I have no choice.
Well, crap. This seems like a bad idea.
As things stand, the die is cast. High time we set off for Tesha Mutna. My head's spinning already, and you're starting to smell quite tasty.
And you're starting to scare me.
Also, way to reward the Raven for his favors by killing it. Not cool, Regis. Alright. Vampire Estate. This is not what I imagined when he said the Vampire Estate. Unless it's underground. Animation fails.
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
It is underground.
Sure you know what you're doing?
I can only hope I do. Please, let's go. The longer we delay, the less control I shall have of my faculties. I'd really prefer not to hurt you.
Me too.
You lead.
Why is there a dead guy there? And no one seems to... Ah, there we go.
Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger.
Also, I should have meditated before I started the quest, I guess.
Beyond this wall lies...
An ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
How the hell?
It's an ancient...
Wait, hopefully I do have... crap. Well, I have one healing potion. Hey, and I have 0 of that. That's awesome. Just in case he goes crazy, I should have some of that.
form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the rat reacts only to a higher vampire blood.
Tricky mechanisms. A vampire.
Wait. Let me save.
Out. Fortified. Secured.
What is the character? Oh, not my character. The other characters. Can never tell where they are. Alright, got an update on Regis, so I would like to check it out. If I can actually find it. Not in R. Well, great. So many people who have met. Well, this game is huge, so does make sense. There he is. Emil. Okay. Damn. Even the journal notes are detailed. Okay, this is just updating us on the quest.
Been important to your species once, Toussaint.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our well into this one opened upon this land and no other. This was the first place we saw.
Interesting.
Human husbandry and care. This for real?
Human husbandry and care. My god. The most important aspect of raising human livestock is to provide the herd with conditions that, on the one hand, guarantee their survival, but on the other hand, do not extend too far beyond the minimum needed for that survival. It should be borne in mind that people are creatures bestowed with great intelligence, or rather cunning and instincts that allow them to gain as much as possible from their environment. In terms of husbandry, this means humans will always try to obtain more than we give them. It is recommended, therefore, to provide each individual with a place to sleep, a meal twice a day, and permanent access to water. These conditions, which might seem overly luxurious to some, ensure the optimal production of high-quality hemoglobin. Also essential is access to air, without which humans die within minutes. There is no need to be concerned about the ability for human livestock to multiply in the conditions described above. If they are ensured a minimal existence, and male and females are mixed, they will copulate irrespective of whether they are in captivity or not. It is worth mentioning here that there is a school of thought that suggests treating human livestock with greater freedom and care, including provide them with better quality fodder and a certain degree of freedom. This allegedly ensures a greater amount of favorable elements in the blood and makes it tastier. However, it is worth mentioning that this method of husbandry is much more difficult and requires emotional bonding techniques. Wow, that's really interesting.
The author observed humans, their behavior, over the many years he spent breeding them. Morally suspect though it may be, it's a thorough survey of the topic.
I love that. Which, it is morally suspect, but on the other hand, that's how humans... Ooh, what the hell is that? Handle animals, right? You can argue that they have no intelligence, but I don't think that's right. They have some intelligence, we are not sure about their level of intelligence, and they certainly have emotions, so the way we befriend a lot of domesticated animals and then slaughter them to eat them is creepy as hell. Which doesn't stop me personally from eating meat, but it is creepy. I am he who serves the tribe. Exalted above men, I renounce human weakness. Uplifted above men, I become keeper of my flock. Filled with strength, I turn my sword against the enemies of the tribe. I am master and slave. I am executor of the will of the tribe. I accept this sword and this armor so I may serve the tribe. Ooh. Hello. Not bad. Ooh, relic. 0 out of 6. Ah, so there is a... bonuses now on relics too. That's interesting. Alright, this is better than what I have, right? Yes. 75% critical hit damage bonus, 15% critical hit chance. Wow, that's a nice weapon. Let's repair it. Get some of those. How about the armor? The armor is heavy, unfortunately. We'll see about the armor. Let's check how... Damn, it looks nice. Alright, we'll see about the armor if I get the full set. For now, let's move on. I might use it if I get the full set. For a while, anyway.
Yes. Great many beings have breathed their last here.
There is evil here. I don't like that at all. I really hope we won't have to fight Regis. I really hope nothing happens to Regis because he seems like a cool guy or a vampire. Broker meteorite pickaxe. That's not what I wanted.
glyphs are carved into the rock.
Ooh.
Coated with blood used to be. They mean something?
They're emblems, symbols of, well, what you would call tribes, dispersed throughout the world after the conjunction. My ancestors placed them here to remind us all where we came from.
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the Dead, those who went east beyond the Blue Mountains.
And this? Where we stuck?
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garisham. My tribe, and Deadloves. We both remained in this part of the world.
Battery cage versus free-range humans.
Seems your kind assembled a peculiar
Man.
library.
This library is awesome. Alright. In recent decades, many of us have come to believe that a much more effective way of obtaining good quality human blood than hunting individual is their systematic, controlled husbandry. Apart from the obvious advantages, such as being able to control what the flock eats and the ability to crossbreed specific individuals to obtain offspring with the best hemoglobin, wow. Another clear advantage to breeding humans flocks is that domesticated humans held in confinement, as opposed to those in their natural habitat, i.e. villages and towns, in air quotes, become less aggressive and therefore less troublesome. When it comes to farming humans, there are various schools, of which two seem to have gained the widest acceptance in recent times, namely battery cage and free-range husbandry. This thesis describes in detail the advantages and disadvantages as well as the methods of carrying out each type of breeding. As an introduction, it is worth mentioning the basic differences between both types. Battery cage human husbandry, described very accurately and in detail in the book Human Husbandry, is the placing of several male and female individuals in a closed, restricted space. Alright, we read about that. Free range, on the other hand, involves leaving the flock in its natural habitat or creating a habitat that simulates it closely. Creating villages, more on which can be found in the chapter. Okay. Damn. This city is awesome. The most effective method for making a human individual dependent is guaranteeing its safety and permanent access to high quality feed. It is worth adding that a human that trusts its owner does not feel fear and does not defend itself when having its blood drunk, which limits the production of noradrenaline and cortisol, which have a negative impact on the taste of blood. Wow, these guys have really thought this over. Furthermore, it may happen that a domesticated free-range human may feel a certain pleasure when its owner drinks its blood, most likely associated with sexual tension, which causes an intensification in the blood's flavor. Yeah, damn.
Though I personally did not lay a hand to it.
Oh yeah, I will get all the sets. So let's see, that makes I got also a something else. There it is. Killing opponents restores vitality. The amount of vitality restores equals 1% of maximum vitality for each element of the set worn. Not loving that. Again, I'll use the whole set and then we'll see. But for now, let me just do that. Also, I need to repair that. And I have a lot of armor repairs, but not so much on the weapon repairs. Okay. That's interesting. The clipping kinda fucks it up though.
Cells. Who for?
Ah, disgraceful. Excruciating, so this particular page from our history. I'd rather not summon the demons of the past if it's all right with you.
Human husbandry, we know who for. Probably children. Seeing as there were dolls there.
What is this glyph?
Amaran. They ventured beyond the sea.
Alright, let me end this episode here. Thank you for watching, subscribe, like, leave a comment if you want to, and I will see you next time with more Witcher 3 Blood and Wine.